internet is everything you want it to be. Switch today at Spectrum.com. Services not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
That's the kind of person I want to be. I don't get hung up and I don't have to an answer. I just keep trying. I mean, regardless of the situation, you know.
And Scotty, listen, what you just said and your suggestion based on research in Appalachia that maybe there's some sort of genetic or hereditary issue. I really, since you love reading now, I implore you to pick up J.D. Vance's memoir, Hillbilly Elegy. He addresses this. He addresses this head on. And of course, J.D. Vance went on to join the Marines, go to the University of Ohio State University, and then Yale Law School, and now he's your vice president. He came out of Appalachia. He came out of that region, and he's got some very good insights on it. So, Scotty, pick it up. Take a look at that book, and I think it'll shed some light on that, whether this is hereditary or whether this is cultural, and it has to do with the expectations people within that culture have for themselves, for their children, and what expectations were on them. And that's what this conversation is about. As Americans, we need to elevate our children and, yes, have them rise to those basic expectations, because the public school system ain't cutting it. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness were words not just written for history books, but were written for you. It's hard to pursue happiness, though, when pain is part of your everyday life, and that's where Relief Factor comes in. Relief Factor was created to help people address inflammation, one of the most common causes of ongoing aches and pains, from aging, overexertion, and daily living. It's a 100% drug-free, research-based formula that works through multiple metabolic pathways to support comfort and mobility. There's no prescription, no masking symptoms, just real relief so you can keep moving forward. As America celebrates 250 years of independence, give yourself the chance to reclaim yours. And to commemorate, we're offering a special patriotic price, just $17.76, so you can pursue your happiness being pain-free. That's right, $17.76 for your quick start 3-week supply of Relief Factor. But you got to get it now. Go to relieffactor.com while this special price lasts, or just give them a call, 800-4-RELIEF.
The jackpots continue to soar. Go to any New York Lottery retailer today for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot, over $450 million. Or play for your chance to win the Mega Millions jackpot, over $500 million. Please play responsibly.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end tic-tac-toe top shelf snipe. Never miss a downtown buzzer beater for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost with live TV. It's one plan, one price, one place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com. Wherever the road takes you, Rush Truck Centers makes it easy to get the parts you need. Visit iHeartRush.com and click Shop Parts to browse heavy and medium-duty parts for all makes and models. You can check inventory, connect with an expert, and track your order with real-time text updates. Rush Truck Centers, delivering the right parts right when you need them. Shop now at iHeartRush.com and discover Rush Truck Center's huge inventory, or speak with one of our parts experts. iHeartRush.com.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 9. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. The man accused of shooting 2 National Guard troops in D.C. last November, killing one of them, is now in the hospital after refusing to eat.
A federal judge said the man's health was deteriorating substantially, calling this condition in part self-inflicted. But the judge has authorized prosecutors to review his recent medical records to determine next steps. The suspect has pleaded not guilty to 9 charges, including murder.
7 News' Scott Newman. The Justice Department threatening Maryland's top elections official with criminal prosecution over claims that non-citizens are registered to vote in the state.
That letter demands a response from State Elections Administrator Jared Demarinis within 5 days.
There's no other way to take that except as a threat. If the Department of Justice has names of individuals that should be removed, then provide them to me.
He says there's no evidence of any significant number of non-citizens on the voter rolls.
7 News' Adriana Hopkins. The Loudoun board this week approved 2 new substations to bolster the power grid. despite misgivings over their unsightliness.
I really would like to see Dominion work with the county to figure out how to go back to some of these substations that are really encroaching and ugly.
With more attractive screening and fencing, says Supervisor Julie Brissman, while Supervisor Corin Saves expressed frustration that screening and fencing options were not offered up front.
We shouldn't have to defer and fight, plead for us to get here.
Loudoun County now has 95 current or proposed substations. Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
A change in tactics for the attorneys of Catherine Hoggle, a Montgomery County mom accused of killing her two young children more than a decade ago.
Hoggle's attorneys have requested to split her trial into two phases. The first trial would determine whether a crime occurred. That means they could seek lesser crimes in the 2 counts of first-degree murder the mother's been indicted for. At this moment, there's no physical evidence that those children are alive or dead. If it's determined that Hoggle did commit crimes in those disappearances, a second trial would focus on if she understood the criminality of those actions.
7 News' Adam Longo. D.C. is considering joining 10 states that require refundable deposits on beverage bottles and cans.
California, New York, and Massachusetts are among the states where shoppers pay deposits on beverage containers. Councilmember Brianna Dell says the proposal would require 10-cent deposits in D.C.
There are no consumer-focused groups telling us this will harm consumers because it won't.
Alcohol beverage wholesalers are fighting the bill.
Bill 2658 would create a costly, complicated, and high-risk redemption system at exactly the wrong time for the district.
Supporters say it would reduce litter. Opponents say it would be costly and create potential for fraud. Dick Iuliano, WMAL and WMAL.com.
A Maryland man has been sentenced to 15 years in prison with lifetime supervised release after his time is served, after he pleaded guilty to attempting to provide support to a foreign terrorist organization. Prosecutors say 22-year-old Michael Tikaye tried to join ISIS before police arrested him at BWI Airport in 2024. Tikaye reportedly told officials he planned to join ISIS in Somalia, then come back to the U.S. in 20 years to kill its soldiers. The prosecution says Tikaye poses a threat to national security. Now that the primary election's been certified, Montgomery County Democratic nominee for County Executive Will Jawando says he's preparing for transition, even as he campaigns to actually win the general election. Jawando clearly feels he has the power of mandate behind him.
When you look at the places where we did well, this is one of the largest margins that we've seen in an open primary in about 20 years.
When asked if he considers himself a democratic socialist, Jawando did not reject the label. He called himself a Democrat who believes in social programs. He'll face Republican Esther Wells in November. The Dow futures up 127 points. NASDAQ futures down 117. Up next, traffic and weather.
Crystal clear lakes, cultural experiences, quaint restaurants and shops. A little piece of paradise is awaiting just an hour from Manhattan. Welcome to Putnam County, a small but mighty treasure trove with adventures for every style of traveler. Whether you're looking for an active weekend of hiking and boating or a relaxing trip full of dining and shopping, Putnam is for you. Discover Putnam, where the country begins. For more info, see visitputnam.org. New York State, everything you love.
Manual data work is dead. Deliver data products at light speed with Maya, the first AI data automation platform that eliminates bottlenecks so you can test every hypothesis and secure competitive advantage. Maya, freedom to do more. MAIA.ai.
Ken Berger in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
The accident blocks multiple lanes northbound DC 295 at Pennsylvania Avenue, southbound delays between Burroughs Avenue and Pennsylvania Avenue. Northbound 3rd Street Tunnel, very slow ride between Massachusetts Avenue and New York Avenue. The BW Parkway going southbound, you find slowing between 198 and the Patuxent River Bridge. The Virginia side delays northbound I-395 between the Beltway in Springfield and Edsel Road. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
The heaviest rain done, but storms will be back later this afternoon. Clouds on the increase otherwise. 90s. Few showers, thunder showers tonight. Dropping back to the low 70s, 60s outside the Beltway. Scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, especially in the afternoon, 85. On the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Stidgick, WMAL.
80 degrees at Reagan National Airport. I'm John Matthews. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Play.
Okay, first off, how do you fly back on a different plane? Like, did they bring both Air Force Ones? Is that why there's no gas in the world anymore? Because the president flies with an extra emotional support plane?
Yes, the MS-13, they're hilarious, nonstop hilarity. The United States took an airplane as a gift from a foreign country that has nothing but money, thanks to us. You're welcome. Democrats are just, if they're not happy, they're not happy. This is a gift horse that they're looking in the mouth, I think, is the routine they've got here. The new Air Force One, they're calling it. It's a great big 747-8. You know, the 8 or the 800, it's a big, much larger than the Air Force One we have for the two Air Force Ones. We have two of those 747s that we use as Air Force One. We keep them at Andrews. It's Joint Base Andrews. Now, you know, Andrews Air Force Base for the longest time. And then one of those Arabs, you know, gave up an airplane. How dare they? How much have we gifted their country in the past? It is apparently a $400 million airplane. That's about as much as I don't know, Jeff Bezos' yacht. That's pretty expensive. Probably not as expensive as Elon Musk's yacht, but never mind that. Elon Musk is a funny one though. He doesn't own a house. He doesn't live anywhere. He just keeps moving. Maybe because the left is trying to murder him, so everywhere he goes, he's in danger. But we've got that going, and that is considered to be humor. We're one airplane, a second airplane. It's quite common on presidential trips to bring both 747s because you're bringing a lot of people, and it's an international mission and all that stuff. But never mind that. That's not important. It's just the Democrats trying to be cute, trying to be funny, and demonstrating the fact that they're mentally disabled. I think is that the polite terminology, Jeff? I think that's the polite terminology. So a very good and happy Friday too, and welcome back. It's a beautiful day in our nation's capital. It's not pouring rain. You can see across the sky today, and that's a good thing. Kind of unusual lately, but we've got a lot for you. Again, and MSDNC, they're playing a clip from The Daily Show. Wait, The Daily Show is still on TV? I can't believe that. I didn't know that. And also, there was a big kickball game yesterday. You see the big kickball game? At France, which is a country all by themselves. And they were playing Morocco, which is in North Africa, of course. And it's an Arab nation, and it's a Muslim nation. And there are some kind of interesting elements out of that story. The game was sort of boring. It ended up 2-0, and France won. I've got a good friend, a couple, my Brian and his wife, Mel, and she is Moroccan, and so I was texting them during the kickball game a little bit and back and forth, and it didn't seem to cause too much of a problem. You see, in Paris, they were boarding up the storefronts all over Paris, though, covering up the big glass windows in front of stores and buildings because they knew that violence was likely, what with soccer game going on and everything. And if France won, then their Muslim population might trash the city of Paris and burn it, and is Paris burning and all that stuff. If France won, and then honestly, if Morocco had won, who knows who's going to riot? And you never know if France loses, whether the French soccer hooligans are going to be out there sacking and plundering and looting and burning. And there was a little bit of that. There was some of that because that's been made normal somehow. That's been made normal. But we've got a lot of things going on, and there are a couple of updates on these stories out of the soccer game too. Because we got Graham Plattner, because he's a Democrat. Got that whole Graham Plattner thing going on as well. But we've got more, and of course the Tyler Robinson, who assassinated Charlie Kirk, and his boyfriend was testifying yesterday. He's got a boyfriend, and testifying yesterday, and that's a wackadoodle-doo. Turns out the boyfriend is not only his boyfriend and tranny trying to become a girl or something. He's also one of these furries. He's a furry, dresses up like stuffed animals that kids play with or something like that. keep the kids away from him. Tyler Robinson's trans furry boyfriend reveals engraved bullet details. He's got the details on the engraved bullet because a whole bunch of bullets he engraved messages on because he's well and perfectly normal for a Democrat. And this is what his parents raised. It's kind of an amazing thing. There must be Democrats too. We've got that. Oh, and speaking of illegal aliens, another illegal alien has been arrested, threatening to, attacking with anti-Semitic messages and threatening to firebomb the Jewish governor of Pennsylvania, who's already been firebombed with 2 Molotov cocktails at the governor's mansion during Passover, just after the Seder dinner with his family. Firebomb. And now here comes another one threatening anti-Semitic attacks, saying all kinds of things. And Yogesh Sayrange of Guyana has been arrested. He said he was going to kill the governor, Jewish governor, calling him all kinds of anti-Semitic slurs. And the Democrats just see a voter here. Illegal immigrant has been arrested because he didn't stop there. He went on to firebomb 2 churches in New York City. Firebombed 2 churches, and Yogesh. I don't know why anybody think the homeless guy named Yogesh would be a problem, but there it is. So I've got an update on that. But I've got honestly the soccer game, the kickball, and I've got an update for you on that too, because this is pretty wild. Turns out that the captain of the Morocco team, have you seen this? The national soccer team, they call it football, and his name is Achraf Hakimi. Achraf Hakimi, the captain of the Moroccan national team. He's going to stand trial for rape in France now because, he's a Democrat too. He's accused of raping a 24-year-old French woman in Paris. Well, Paris, it's the city of lights. He was taken up by all the action and could face up to 15 years in prison. And my favorite part of this, Dr. Malouf put this out on the Twitter with a picture of the criminal here. The Moroccan, he's the team captain. He's not just the right wing or the goalie or something. He's the captain of the team, of the Moroccan national team. And he's got to head back to France now, where he will go on trial for raping a 24-year-old French woman in Paris, France. And he's looking at 15 years in prison. But my favorite part about this is we didn't hear a peep about this. We didn't hear a thing
nice box
until the team was eliminated.
Nice gift box. That hat came in that.
Pretty amazing stuff. So that's part of that's important. I've got to say. Yes, sir. Now there was also a crazy story with American helicopter pilots. U.S. Army. Attack helicopter pilots.
I'm making coffee.
Flying along the beach in their helicopters, in their Apache longbow helicopters. And people on the beach are waving at them and cheering and waving American flags. And these helicopters came by at a low level. And then it was decided by their commander when the video surfaced on the internet, on Al Gore's amazing internet. And they were punished. All the pilots were punished. Hey, you guys can't go flying over girls on the beach. What are you, heterosexual or something? And must have a Democrat general in charge of them there, because that's pretty wacky. And so the pilots, the Apache longbow pilots, National Guard, and they had been suspended. They got suspended by their National Guard, their general, and yet because this video surfaced of them flying over the beach, and it's low altitude and it's kind of fun, and everybody on the beach is loving it and waving and proud and stuff. And then they were punished. Well, this morning I woke up to great news. I sent this to a friend who is a now former Army attack helicopter pilot, and to say he was miffed would be an understatement. But here's the thing. The Secretary of the War, Pete Hegseth, has just personally stepped in to reinstate the suspended National Guard Apache pilots who carried out a low altitude formation display for America 250 and Independence Day in South Carolina along the beach, and they were punished for it. I got to say, that's not very good. It reminds me when I was very young. I was barely 20 years old and living in Santa Barbara, and I would be hired occasionally by the CBS News bureau chief in Los Angeles, California, and they would have a camera crew up in Santa Barbara or Central California somewhere, and they'd have me go up there and meet him and grab videotape from stories. And then they say, go over to this, like a polo field and meet a helicopter. I said, okay. And we're going to fly you down to Los Angeles to land on the roof of Television City, TV City in Hollywood, West Hollywood. And so it was great fun for me. I had the time of my life. Go over in my beat-up old $800 car to a polo field and get out with videotape, and a helicopter comes in and lands. And I go get in the helicopter. It was the coolest thing in the world. Get in the helicopter and then go land on the rooftop at Television City. And there were a couple of great helicopter pilots. They actually were working on a TV show, and their helicopters were recognizable from a TV show that was all about flying helicopters in Los Angeles. And these dudes, it's 1982 or something, and these guys are all Vietnam helicopter pilots. And we go fly along the beach to go to Los Angeles. And there was one dude in particular, loved to tilt the helicopter forward, go down just above wave level, tip the helicopter forward, and scare surfers off their boards, make surfers jump off their boards, get so close that surfers would have to jump. And that was the coolest thing in the world. That was great. It was a lot of fun. Nobody got cut up or anything. It was just, hey, let's have some fun with the surfers. And it's great. So these helicopter pilots, it reminds me, you may remember some Army helicopter pilots showed up for a Kid Rock event at Kid Rock's Lake or something. And they were punished by their commanding officer because the videotape surfaced, hey, what are these Army helicopters doing at Kid Rock's party? And so they were punished. And Pete Hexel stepped in on that one, too, and relieved them of their punishment, reversed the punishment, which was fun. I got to say, everything is fun, isn't it? And it's Friday, so we got a weekend coming up, and that's fun too.
Get that Marine flag in there. It seems to piss people off.
MS-13 playing a clip from the Daily Show. Yeah, the president has an airplane. Yeah, okay, now you're caught up. You guys are real bright, I got to say. And we've got to update you on the Democrat assassination of Charlie Kirk, because the Democrats go around shooting people a lot for political reasons. They have a long history of doing that. Somehow it's been scrubbed from their permanent record because, crooked news media, crooked academics, crooked publishing houses in New York. And the Democrat Party has been let off the hook 1,000 times for all of their dastardly deeds, all of their evil. But they got this guy, Twig, they got Twigs. He's like Twiggy. And he's a furry. He's a furry and a tranny and LGBT. He's T. He's not L, but he's G. I don't know if he's B, but he's T, and he's probably plus too. He's probably plus because, these guys. But a lot of stuff from him yesterday. And it turns out that the Democrat Party hero in this is guilty as hell. And I mean just guilty as hell. So guilty, there were confessions yesterday, confessions by proxy, confessions in writing, in text messages to his furry, transgender, LGBT.
Coffee's hot.
It's all right there in writing. And he's guilty as hell, to the point where Jonathan Turley yesterday said on the Fox News Channel, said, after watching the preliminary hearing, which is now going into its fifth day, I guess, preliminary hearing, it usually lasts 20 minutes, but it's 5 days on this one. And pretty amazing. And Jonathan Turley yesterday said, I don't know why they don't just jump to sentencing, because this preliminary hearing proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's the guy that did it, that he's guilty as all heck, as all get out, things like that, trying to, as George Carlin. And we got that. And we've got Iran, because Iran is threatening to assassinate President Trump again. Not that he'd be assassinated again, but they're threatening again to assassinate him. Not the first time they did that, and they've been Trump. Boy, they just keep on trying. They keep on trying. And Iran and the Democrats, once again, on the same page, because the Democrat Party is a violent political party. And, the nice lady and the WNBA, the only one in Caitlin Clark that anybody cares about in the WNBA, she keeps being violently assaulted by other women. I'm making quotation marks with my fingers in the so-called WNBA. And the coach, her coach, Caitlin Clark's coach, was asked about that yesterday. Didn't have a very good answer at all. But it's racist, it's racist. And we should call the racists racists because they are.
and they should be called what they are. Seems only fair. We've got yeah, and also, did you see, the men's soccer team, the men's national soccer team for the United States? They did okay in this World Cup, made it to the round of whatever, and all that. And it turns out they get a bunch of money. Well, for just making it as far as they did, millions of dollars, millions and millions. But you'll never guess what they have to do with all that money. What do they have to do with all that money, Chris? Well, I'll explain. 888-630-9625 is the telephone number.
You're listening to The Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Corporate Cleaning Traffic Center. I'm Ken Berger. Dealing with the accident northbound DC 295 at Pennsylvania Avenue involves a large truck. Heavy backups from the 11th Street Bridge. Backup southbound go between Burroughs Avenue and Pennsylvania Avenue. Watch for the accident southbound Baltimore Washington Parkway at a spot between 198 and the Potomac River Bridge. Big delays northbound 3rd Street Tunnel between Massachusetts Avenue and New York Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
A mix of sun and clouds before late day showers return, a high of 91. A few lingering showers overnight, low 70.
Pros, save more on what you need to get the job done right now at Lowe's. Get 15% off select custom entry and interior doors. Plus, save $80 on the DeWalt 20-volt Max 2-tool combo kit, now just $169. And at the Lowe's Pro Desk, bring us your materials list and get a quote in minutes. Handwritten, photo, or even a sticky note is all you need. Keep your jobs moving faster and on budget at Lowe's. Valid through 7/8 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask O'Reilly Veriscan today.
Excuse me. Oh, banana.
The jackpots continue to soar. Go to any New York lottery retailer today for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot over $450 million. Or play for your chance to win the Mega Millions jackpot over $500 million. Please play responsibly.
They could be the best years of your life. In retirement, you finally get to do what you want to do, but you have to plan for it. Start by tuning in to Mamadou Bojang of Axiom Value Wealth Management every Sunday morning at 5 for Retire Now DMV. Learn how to navigate your retirement years. Results may vary based on market conditions and individual circumstances. Tune in Sunday mornings at 5 a.m. for Retire Now DMV with Mamadou Bojang of Axiom Value Wealth Management. Advisory services offered through Axiom Value Wealth Management, LLC. A registered investment advisor. Insurance services offered through Axiom Value, LLC.
Not planning today can cost you tomorrow. Stop worrying and start planning with Trajan Wealth. Contact Trajan today at 202-750-3300 or go to TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
If you want to build the garden of your dreams, listen to Great Gardens Radio. Your hosts, Steve and Rick, have moved to 10 a.m. every Saturday on WMAL. This week, learn how to solve some of the difficult problems in lawn care and plant care that are in many of the yards in our area.
Is this fucker going to work or what the fuck?
A lot of money at the same time by doing everything right and doing it the first time. Great Gardens Radio every Saturday, 10 a.m. on WMAL.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand, inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end, tic-tac-toe, top shelf snipe. Never miss a downtown for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost. Live TV. It's one plan, one price. One place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com.
It's Vince. I love cars, and I love PCU Fast in Chantilly. Right now, they've got a great deal on powder coating your car's wheels. Get all 4 wheels powder coated for just $850, including mount and balance. Terms apply. Powder coating your wheels by PCU Fast doesn't just look great. It's tougher than paint, resists chips, brake dust, and corrosion, and it keeps your wheels looking new longer. Visit PCUfast.com or call 703-705-9220. That's 703-705-9220. If you are in need of a roof replacement before the summer rainstorms hit, well, honor, respect, and trust your home with Valor. Hey, it's Vince for Valor Home, and unfortunately, some unscrupulous home improvement companies are claiming to be Valor Home, but there's only one Valor I trust. Don't be fooled by the imposters online. Go directly to ValorHome.com and look for Valor's signature patriotic logo, or call 833-83-VALOR. Tell them Vince sent you.
833-83-VALOR.
Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get one free set of Brake Best Select brake pads when you buy 2 Brake Best Select brake rotors, or get one free set of Brake Best Select Pro or import.
Oh, it's just getting sickening, this fucking phone doing this.
Professional grade brake rotors.
Fucking Christ.
Get details from the parts professionals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The Derek Hunter Show every single weekday here from 3 to 6 p.m. on WMAL.
All right, we have returned, and it is still Friday, and the Democrats are still insane. Let's go to the telephones, Jeff. Let's go to Judy, calling from North Carolina. Judy.
Wow, what the fuck?
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Just great. How about you?
Good. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course.
Just very quickly, we were listening, my husband and I, to you, and you mentioned the comedian who was talking about the airplane travel and the two jets going, and how we ran out of gas because of the president. My husband, and we used to work for White House Communications, he walks into the room, shakes his head disgustedly, and says, the president always takes 2 planes when traveling internationally. So I Googled, to double check, and sure enough, it took me about 5 seconds, and he travels 2 planes, all the presidents.
I'm sorry, I just want to pause here for a second. So your husband at White House Communications, WACA, as it's called, and he told you something, and you checked it on Google. You checked it out. You cross-checked it.
I did. And it took me about 2 seconds, and it just irritates me that these idiots don't bother to do their due diligence.
Right. Yeah, they're intellectually lazy. They're journalistically lazy. They're comedically lazy. They're just not funny. And it's true that the president took it was a gift from Qatar. They have a lot of money. And
Fucking thing just not working right. It's fucking pissing me off.
Air Force Ones, one of the old Air Force Ones home. And the media wants to make a lot of hay out of this because they want to make a lot of hay out of everything. In the meantime, Barack Obama killed his chef with a chainsaw. That was weird, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
That was very good. That was kind of weird. Yeah, Trump abandons brand new Air Force One on overseas trip amid murmurs of safety concerns. People magazine writes, and did not leave Turkey in the Qatar gifted aircraft. Said would it be flown to European bases and show it to our troops and things. Is there a safety concern? I don't know, but I tell you, Iran is threatening to kill him again. That's coming up.
This is the Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Corporate Cleaning Traffic Center. I'm Ken Berger. Dealing with the accident northbound DC 295 at Pennsylvania Avenue involves a large truck. Heavy backups from the 11th Street Bridge. Backup southbound go between Burroughs Avenue and Pennsylvania Avenue. Watch for the accident southbound Baltimore Washington Parkway at a spot between 198 and the Patuxent River Bridge. Big delays northbound 3rd Street Tunnel between Massachusetts Avenue and New York Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
A mix of sun and clouds before late day showers return, a high of 91. A few lingering showers overnight, low 70.
For the past decade, the market has rewarded investors. The question is, what are you doing with those gains? If you've watched your portfolio climb, now's the time to explore ways to lock in a portion of your success with a long-term income-producing plan. My recommendation? Call the Aaron's team. Ask about the 30+9 savings plan with its 30% deposit match and 9.5% annual interest guarantee for 12 years. Your retirement income must keep pace with inflation, and the 30+9 plan can, with its increasing income feature. Don't wait for volatility to force your next move. Take action while you're ahead. To get your free illustration and brochure, call or text the Aaron's Team hotline at 888-411-4130. That's 888-411-4130. You can call or text to 888-411-4130.
Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get one free set of Brake Best Select brake pads when you buy 2 Brake Best Select brake rotors, or get one free set of Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct professional grade brake pads when you buy 2 matching professional grade brake rotors. Restrictions apply. Get details from the parts professionals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
All right, class, tell me about your weekend. Leo?
Well, my sister wanted to go camping, so my parents took us in our Nissan Pathfinder to a mountain trail.
Thank you, Leo.
No, it's not over yet. My brother wanted to explore some caves, so we drove up several steep hills, and then
With its V6 engine and 9-speed automatic transmission, the Nissan Pathfinder can power your adventure. That's why Nissan is Consumer Guide's most awarded brand 5 years in a row. The V6-powered Nissan Pathfinder. Consumer Guide is a registered trademark of Publications International Limited, consumerguide.com.
What makes a vacation rental of the year? Stays guests love and hosts with the most. Discover top quality homes like the vacation rentals of the year using the Loved by Guests filter. It highlights top rated vacation rentals with near perfect ratings for
Wow.
vacation and all the good stuff. So
Jesus.
now walking into a surprise. We've done the
Wow,
heavy lifting,
fucking
you can
sensitive
get straight to
motherfucker.
relaxation. Book your next stay with Verbo now.
We purchased a lawn care company. We went from 5 clients to 80 clients overnight.
Whatever's next for your business, Jobber is built to grow with you. Trusted by the best in blue collar.
You trust WMAL to bring you the facts, and so do hundreds of thousands of like-minded listeners and business leaders each week. If you want to grow your business with people who share your values, WMAL's Cumulus Digital Solutions can connect you with customers wherever they are. Whether you're a small business or building something big, we'll create a strategy that works for you. Radio builds trust. Digital drives action. Together, they deliver results. Contact Rex Minturn at WMAL.com/advertise and let's grow your business together.
Grand Canyon University, an affordable private Christian university, is one of the largest universities in the country, offering more than 285 programs online. In addition to federal grants and aid, GCU's online students receive nearly $161 million from institutions.
You're welcome to come up here, Justine, if you got something to say to me, you stupid fucking cunt. What a dumb motherfucker you are, Justine. Fucking loser.
In the AI economy, demand for data is exploding.
Bob Barker, if you're really tapped that, there's something fucking wrong with you, boy. If you fucked Justine Kestner, there's something wrong with you. Because that's one dizzy bitch right there. I wouldn't touch her with Jeff Holler's dick. I wouldn't. Fucking, that's a disgusting woman, Justine Kestner. That's one disgusting bitch.
WMAL, making sense of the economy, because it's your money and your retirement. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Hot dog. It's on their last album, Led Zeppelin.
All right. Yes, sir. I do apologize to Judy because I ran the clock out on myself, which I do so often. But tell you about Judy and her husband worked for the White House Communications Agency.
You need to get me a joint going.
Naturally called WACA. And tell you about the president traveling overseas. And when the president travels overseas, always have a backup Air Force One. We have two of the 747s at Andrews, and now we have this new big 747, the 8 series, which is the bigger, longer, uncut, better version of the 747, and it is. Now, we deliberately, when we were making Air Force One, we deliberately bought the smallest 747s available, a good long-range airplane, and it's spacious and nice, and you can deck it out and all that stuff. But they had to have an airplane that could land at small airports, and the big 747s, usually made for transatlantic, trans-Pacific flights, long-range flights, they need a lot of runway. Almost as much as the Soviet Union needed in Grenada when they built their runway there. The Democrats defended the Soviet Union back then, I remember it well, and accused President Reagan of trying to distract attention from the Marine Corps barracks bombing by radical Islamic terrorists in 1983 in Beirut, Lebanon, Marine Corps barracks, and all that. But the Democrats have really not been on our side for a long time. If you're mentally ill, then the Democrat Party is the party for you. They have a place for you. Boy, do they have a place for you. And of course, the Democrats, they got one of their guys on trial in Utah right now for assassinating Charlie Kirk. And the assassin's transgender, what do they call them? Furry fuzzies boyfriend, who's T in the LGBT spectrum. And a lot was learned about him yesterday from his furry transgender boyfriend. You know what I'm talking about here? But we're talking about the airplanes, Air Force One, and the president was in Ankara, Turkey, for a NATO summit, and he took the plane gift of from Qatar. They've got it's an emirate. They have an emir, and he's got a lot of money thanks to us. And he's allowed to live free in his country thanks to us, because the United States keeps the peace everywhere in the world. And without us, the entire planet would be one ongoing conflagration for Democrats. That's like a big fire. Of war and madness. But it's the United States, and to a lesser extent, Western European allies, that keep the peace in the world, because we've seen war, and we've decided we don't like that very much. Don't like it at all, as a matter of fact. So let's go, Jeff, let's go to somebody up here, because one of the stories that's bouncing around out there is that the president had to leave the Qatar gift Air Force One airplane and take the good old reliable American Air Force One 747 home. And Democrats are pretending that's suspicious in some way when it is in fact not. Then somebody started a rumor that, there's a safety problem with the airplane. Safety and security problem. And I don't know when he accepted that plane, which I thought was a weird thing to do, but hey, it's a nice gift. It sure is a nice gift, worth about $400 million or something. And we gift other countries all kinds of things worth $400 million all the time. Very unusual for us to accept a gift of any kind. But the big airplane, a very nice gift. But when I saw him accepting it, I said, well, we're going to have to strip that thing down to the bones and rebuild it with the Boeing aircraft nearby, because you're going to need to build in all the presidential communications to communicate with satellites and with submarines and with all kinds of antennas and tricky stuff. Also, you're going to need to bulletproof up at least portions of the airplane. And one of the things that our Air Force Ones have that is generally known, that has anti-aircraft missile defenses, in the way of electronic warfare defenses and flares. So, you've seen something, when they're shooting a heat-seeking missile at you, your airplane drops flares, hot flares, and it makes the missile fly over there and not hit your airplane. The Air Force Ones we have are outfitted with all kinds of fancy stuff that no other planes are outfitted with. And so this new one comes along, and I said at the time, and I said, well, gosh, you're going to have to re-outfit this thing, and it's going to cost $100 million to re-outfit it, but never mind that. And one of the questions is that did they leave the plane behind because there is a new Iranian plot to assassinate the president of the United States, a new one, There have been plots in the past. We've arrested a couple of agents that were sent here. I think they came in through New York, and they were assassins, like in a Hollywood movie, who had come here to assassinate the president of the United States, and they were arrested, and then we lost track of them because, why would we keep track of them? But the Wall Street Journal has a story. I guess it came out last night. Their headline is, Iran hatched fresh plot to kill Trump, Israel told U.S. It's the yesterday afternoon at the Wall Street Journal. And their story says, Israel shared new intelligence with the U.S. that it said indicated a fresh Iranian plan to kill President Trump. A fresh one because they've had a number of plans in the past to assassinate the United States, and then we could drop nuclear weapons on them before they get nuclear weapons, and then the discussion would be over. A finding that would mark an escalation in the war. How do you think plotting to assassinate the president as an official state actors? See, they're state actors, they're terrorists, and that's the problem with Iran. But Wall Street Journal says, increasing tension between Washington and Iran. It's been kind of tense for about 47 years now, but okay. Iran for years has vowed openly to retaliate against Trump for the assassination of Qasem Soleimani. Interesting turn of phrase by the Wall Street Journal there, that for them would be retaliation, right? And by that measure, that every bomb that Donald Trump has dropped on Iran has been retaliation by the United States against Iran. And this is what happens, and I talked about this a little bit when this all started too. You get drawn into this web of Middle Eastern lunacy, and everything becomes tit for tat and quid pro quo, and this is revenge for something that happened a week ago, and then that's revenge for something that happened 650 years ago, and there's no telling the difference over time because you just get sucked into and mired down in the lunacy. But let's go. So Iran planning on a new plot to assassinate, and President Trump was asked about this, and being President Trump, he didn't, and also he didn't shy away from it. And also, it's something I've talked about, and I maybe they were listening to my show because I talked about this. How if you're a Republican president, what is the odds? I put together the odds. I don't still have the numbers broken down in front of me, but you've got 5 or 6% chance of being assassinated if you're a Republican president of the United States. Not if you're a Democrat. John F. Kennedy was assassinated.
You're welcome to come up, empty child.
The Democrat Party are communists.
You just tie me out. Play with my mic. You're a fucking bunch of wine asses.
Soundbite number 7. President Trump being asked about Iran's latest plot to assassinate him as president of the United States. And listen to these numbers.
The life of a president is very dangerous. It's 5.2%. You know what a race car driver is? 1/10 of 1%.
Now, he's talking about the likelihood, depending on your line of work, your profession, likelihood that you're going to be killed doing your job. And he said, you're a race car driver, a professional race car driver. It's not 1%. That'd be one driver per 100. It's 1/10 of 1%. So that's, whatever, about 1,000. 1 out of 1,000 race car drivers is killed. And he says 5.2% for presidents find deadly results, get killed while president. And, we've had 4 presidents assassinated, and we've only had 40. Really, 5 men have been president since Grover Cleveland and Donald Trump were president twice, non-consecutively. So that changes the numbers. But the president says, it's dangerous being president. Got about a 5% chance of being killed while you're president. A small number of presidents have died while in office of illness and things. But really, you're a Republican president. There's become a race car driver. It would be safer for you. Right? Isn't that amazing? And then President Trump, Iran and the Wall Street Journal and Iran and Israeli intelligence assassinate you, President Trump said.
It's a very dangerous profession. No, I'm number 1 on the kill list for Iran.
What the matter, Patty Rowe? I might as well just block you now. I got you banned here.
Barack Hussein Obama, he created a kill list. at the CIA. And he was targeting and killing American citizens without due process, along with John Brennan, penitentiary face Brennan, and Barack Obama. They put together a kill list, and they were assassinating people by way of
My
the
eyes
CIA
fucked
and
up.
the Special Operations Command, assassinating people that Barack Obama decided needed to be killed overseas, including U.S. citizens like Anwar al-Awlaki, born in the United States. So he had birthright citizenship, and then his son, Anwar al-Awlaki's son, had birthright citizenship too. And Barack Obama and John Brennan targeted his 16-year-old son and killed him. Too, blew him up with a rocket, and killed him just like Anwar al-Awlaki. Now these are bad guys, and I'm in favor of killing them. But they were, when you're a Democrat, the New York Times applauds everything you do. I mean, if you killed the former president of the United States, the New York Times would applaud a Democrat for all of that. Just amazing stuff. I am telling you. Yes, sir. All right, let's see. Let's go back to the phones, Jeffrey, and I want to get to Iran, because Iran again threatening to kill the president, and hey, what happened to that peace deal and the peace talks and the peace negotiation? Turns out there's a lot of crazy on the loose on that, and I've got more of that coming up. But right now, let's go to the telephones, Jeff. Let's go to Rob, calling from Germantown, Maryland, on line one.
I've been to Germantown, Maryland.
Show.
Used to live real close to it.
Hey, Rob, thanks.
I tell you, all this is everything you're talking about this morning, all the distribution of all the negativity in our society, the warm and fuzzy guy out in Colorado, and it's just, this is, I look at all this, and you look at all the things that are going on, especially the word police with this transvestite thing and whatnot. We need to start calling a diamond a diamond.
Yeah.
And people need to be punished. I mean, you look back at the girl rugby guy in Tennessee that killed the children and the teachers, and all these other cases that are out here. It's all for reason. And the main thing I wanted to say was
your phone is attacking you. Your phone is skipping up. Could be the NSA. You must be onto something.
No, I'm in Kaiser. Terminology.
Oh, is that right? Okay, that's it. Could be.
I'm waiting to pick up some prescriptions.
Oh, no kidding.
I need something to handle all the activity out here.
A lot of wiring in there, I think. Pretty.
Can you hear me now? I got you. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, I just wanted to, as always, thank you for informing the public. Because somebody's got to do it. And you certainly do it, and you do it well, and you do it with the humor. I know that I've laughed at times with you on the telephone, and I really do appreciate being able to get on the air with you. There's millions of people that would love to do the same, but yeah, we need to really get a grip. The discipline in our society is like gone, and people need to be held accountable and then punished. It's one thing to hear all the psychobabble, but there needs to be some punishment for these things that have been perpetrated all over the map. So,
yeah, well,
anyway.
It's true. We have the director of national intelligence goes up to Capitol Hill and lies repeatedly under oath to a Senate committee about spying on all of us when they are spying on all of us, and he lied that they weren't, and he's been caught, and there's no punishment whatsoever, right? And the CIA director corrupting our presidential election in 2020, putting out a fake and information operation against the American people on the lead up to our presidential election, claiming that the Hunter Biden laptop, which is full of incriminating information about Joe Biden.
Well, I hope Mary didn't get taken away to jail. I hope that didn't happen.
Russian disinformation.
Yeah,
He's Russian.
I hope that's not the case.
He ran an information operation and corrupted our presidential election. He is filth. And, we pay him to do that in third world hellholes, not here in the United States. But, the left is turning us into...
Good. I hope she's live. I don't care if Mary's streams. I'm not out here trying to silence anybody's voice.
It is shameful.
No, on the contrary.
Yeah. Thank you, and you have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully you'll get to relax with your best girl and all that. And thanks again.
I mean, I even let Yumi and Charlie up on my panel this morning.
Aren't Americans great? Aren't normal people great? See how nice normal people are? Remember normal.
What's the matter, Will Durant? Huh? Are you having a problem, Will? Will Durant, are you having a midlife crisis like fucking Tiffany did? Charlie was her midlife crisis.
Jonathan Turley said we should just go right to the, skip the.
Mary wants to talk to me. She can come here.
Preliminary hearing made it clear that the guy.
She doesn't talk to me.
As guilty as anyone.
It's not my problem.
The jury found him guilty.
Sorry.
As hell, I think was the verdict.
I tried to be friends with her, but she was fucking anti-Billy because all the others that she fucking hangs out with, that's what they do. And she's, Mary's not all upstairs.
I think forget about going postal as a.
I bet you she regrets shit.
With a gun. It should be going tranny.
Didn't want to do a cook-off with me. Yeah, Oreo cheesecake.
Postal service massacre.
Let's make an Oreo cheesecake.
Thanks, Rob.
Hey, Mary, let's work on you losing 2 pounds a week.
There's only
eating right, eating a balanced diet, and try to get a little bit of exercise. Just walking twice a day for a half an hour. And then when you're not doing that, try to stand on your feet.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic.
Mary has nobody in her personal life to help her with that stuff.
Westbound Prince Orchard Road at I-270 near Clapper Road. You're going to find it all shut down. Heavy backups from 355. Northbound DC 295 dealing with a crash at Pennsylvania Avenue. This involves a large truck. Heavy backups from the 11th Street Bridge. Southbound flowing from Burroughs Avenue to Pennsylvania Avenue. Send up traffic northbound 3rd Street Tunnel from D Street to New York Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
A mix of sun and clouds before late day showers return, a high of 91. A few lingering showers overnight, low of 70.
Coffee's good this morning.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
For generations, Advanced Auto Parts has been there with all the right parts to get us to life's good parts. Because, like you, we're driven by the good parts too. So no matter the reason, the road, or the ride, more than 90 years later, we're always here to advance that unstoppable American drive. Visit your local Advanced Auto Parts today. Each week in America, at least one child dies from heat stroke after being left alone in a hot car. These tragedies don't only happen to negligent parents, they happen to loving, responsible moms and dads who are just exhausted, stressed, or simply thrown off by a change in their daily routine. In just minutes, a car's interior can reach deadly temperatures, even on a mild day. But there's something you can do right now to protect your child. Cars for Kids has developed a free safety app with smart reminders designed to make sure you never forget a precious child in the car. It takes 30 seconds to download and could save a life. Take steps to ensure a child is never forgotten in a hot car. Learn more today by visiting carsforkids.org/hotcars. That's KARS, cars with a K, .org/hotcars.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
270 hours of training, that's what the techs go through. Best not trust your engine with just any buckaroo. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely. Are you single and looking? Well, love can find you at a baseball game. There you are rooting for the home team when a beautiful woman asks, "Are you sitting in my seat?" There's been a mix-up. You get moved to a skybox together and you fall madly in love. Or you can call It's Just Lunch. Their dating experts will get you out on some real dates for some real fun, real fast. It's Just Lunch, the smarter way to date. It's justlunchdc.com or call 202-466-4333.
I own Winter Truck, so we're going to make one of the most difficult financial transitions of your lifetime easy. As we work through the challenges retirees face and how to overcome them, we have one simple goal for the show: live your best life and sleep peacefully every night. Give my team a call, 301-850-0683, and join us this weekend on WMAL.
Investment advisory services are provided by Apollon Wealth Management, LLC, an investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Insurance and annuities offered through MFG Insurance Services, Inc. and its associated insurance licensed agents.
Pros, save more on what you need to get the job done right now at Lowe's. Get 15% off select custom entry and interior doors. Plus, save $80 on the DeWalt 20-volt Max 2-tool combo kit, now just $169. And at the Lowe's Pro Desk, bring us your materials list and get a quote in minutes. Handwritten, a photo, or even a sticky note is all you need.
If you insult the host,
On budget at
that's it.
78 while supplies last. Selection varies by
If you insult me, I'm not going to put up with it.
Push it. Grab it. Rip it.
Not here to insult people.
Trust it.
And you're not here to insult people either, because I'm not going to let it happen.
Built for all the noisy, crazy, happy chaos.
You can't have a fucking discussion without being hateful. Then goodbye.
For JD Power 2026 USA Plus award information, visit jdpower.com/awards based on 2026 millimeter.
This ain't a new look. I've always looked like this, except for aging.
Wealth doesn't build itself. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
I'm about coffeeed out.
Hi, we have returned, and I want to hear some of this audio that I've got for you of the transgender furry boyfriend of the assassin. I decided he should get the death penalty to set an example. You know, political assassination should be frowned upon in civilization, but the Democrats would never go for that. They're against the death penalty. They're for assassination, but they're not for the death penalty for assassins. That's they're unwell. All right, Jeff, let's go back to telephones. Let's go to Mike calling from Gainesville, Virginia. Michael, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Good morning, Chris Plant. Good to talk to you on a Friday morning.
Hey, welcome. It is a Friday.
I was enjoying greatly your conversation with Gina from Good, Virginia yesterday morning.
Yeah, she was great. Yeah, I remember her well.
And she was talking about all kinds of different topics, and then she just sort of blurted out that she was not eligible to be president because she was born in Germany. And you went to your effort to correct her and saying, well, you were probably born to 2 USA citizens in a foreign country, so that should be enough for you to be eligible to be president. And then you said, and you were probably born on a military base. And while that is likely true that most people that are born overseas to 2 USA citizens are born on military bases somewhere, that's not a requirement. You don't have to be born on a military base.
No, I didn't wear a beard when I worked.
Like John McCain was, right?
Not like that. I'll let it grow out week, 2 weeks, and then shave it off. But I don't wear my beard like that. The only reason I'm doing it is because I ain't got nothing else to do. Really. I'm very minimal on my responsibilities. I'm not tied to anyone. I don't, So there you go.
Advertising for Mexicans to come across the border, or anybody that gets into Mexico that's pregnant can come across the border and have their child in a hospital in Texas for nearly $4,000.
Right. Yeah, and they're putting up billboards. This hospital group in Texas putting up billboards along the U.S.-Mexico border saying, hey, come to our hospital and have your kids. It comes with American citizenship, and we have to fix this. This is broken, right, Michael? We can't allow this to go on forever and ever.
Gotta fix it.
Gotta fix it, honestly. We're America. We can fix this. Remember when we could fix things?
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 10. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. Israel's warning of an Iranian assassination plot targeting President Trump.
You got to hang this first little bit of news on the Wall Street Journal. They've got a source telling them that Israel relayed to the U.S. intelligence about a new plot to assassinate President Trump. But frankly, it doesn't come as a surprise. The Iranians in particular have not been subtle. The banners that they displayed during the final day of the funeral for the late Grand Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in Mashhad, Iran, the banners read, "We will kill Trump." Comments from the mourners were, "By the blood of the martyred Ayatollah, we will kill Trump," and things of that nature.
Fox News' Mike Tobin in Tel Aviv. Today is the last day of the Great American State Fair.
The Great American State Fair winds up its run in Washington, D.C. with the day's theme of the next 250, innovation. It celebrates the systems being built to move the country forward, like artificial intelligence and space propulsion. The fair is part of President Trump's Freedom 250 events to mark America's semi-quincentennial. Freedom 250 events will continue through the year with the Patriot Games next month, as well as traveling museums known as Freedom Trucks that are stopping in communities across the country. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Maryland is being sued by the federal government over its new law that prohibits local cooperation with ICE.
Department of Justice accuses lawmakers of taking lawless action through the enactment of the Community Trust Act. Governor Moore allowing that bill to become law without his signature during this year's legislative session, despite heavy opposition from House Republicans. The DOJ now says Maryland's enactment of sanctuary policies interfere with the government's enforcement of immigration laws, calling it a, quote, deliberate disruptive action that jeopardizes the public safety for all Americans.
Fox 45's Maxine Rose. The feds are also keeping a close eye on Fairfax County this election season.
The Department of Justice says it will have election monitors in place for the August 4th primary. The Fairfax County Office of Elections also received a letter from the DOJ requesting information on their bilingual election program. In response, they put out a statement stating that they adhere to state law in administering county elections.
7 News' Adriana Hopkins. Data center controversies continue to spread out from the Virginia suburbs now into the exurbs, including Culpeper.
Right now, 2 data centers are operating in the county, and the county is looking to add 7 new data center campuses. Local residents have been showing up to recent board meetings, urging the board of supervisors to stop approving data centers. They're worried about skyrocketing electric bills, noise, and water use. But according to the county, data centers are expected to generate $2.2 billion in total tax revenue for Culpeper County over a 15-year period.
7 News' Adam Longo. President Trump has chosen not to sign a sweeping housing affordability bill today in protest of Congress not approving his strict voter ID bill that does not have enough support to pass through Congress. Still, the housing measure will go into law without the president's signature, as he had 10 days to issue a veto and to stop the measure. Checking your money. The Dow is up 51 points at this hour. Nasdaq's up 15. Up next, traffic and weather on WMAL.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end tic-tac-toe top shelf snipe. Never miss a downtown buzzer beater for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost with Live TV. It's one plan, one price, one place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com.
Hey guys, finding the perfect gift for the food lover in your life is easy, thanks to Goldbelly. Goldbelly ships America's most iconic foods straight from world-famous restaurants right to your door. So if you want to treat someone to Joe's Stone Crab from Miami, Franklin Barbecue from Texas, or desserts from famous foodies like Ina Garten or Martha Stewart, Goldbelly has you covered. Just go to goldbelly.com for a limited time. Get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT. That's promo code GIFT.
I go to Milton Hershey School in Hershey, Pennsylvania, a private school that covers all costs for all students. Here, I have learning opportunities, mentors, and tons of resources to succeed. Learn more at mhskids.org/opportunity.
Verbo makes it easy to claim your dream summer spot with early booking deals. From homes with pools to poolside loungers. When you book a Verbo, you don't have to reserve any loungers. They're all yours. All you have to do is book early. Book with Verbo.
Hamburger in the
Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Slow ride northbound DC 295 between the 11th Street Bridge and Benning Road, but the good news is the crash northbound at Pennsylvania Avenue has cleared. Slowing southbound between Burroughs Avenue and Pennsylvania Avenue. In Gaithersburg, westbound Prince Orchard Road closed at I-270 because of the crash. The backups from North Frederick Avenue. Delays in Virginia southbound 95 between Route 1 and Virginia 123. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Bit of wet weather later today. Isolated showers, thunderstorms could clip us. 90 should do it. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms early, tapering off late, 72. Scattered showers, a few thunderstorms tomorrow. Best chance afternoon, 85. Dry Sunday, 85. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Stidget, WMAL. 84 at Reagan National. John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Plant.
Somebody wants to erase the history of these schools, but you got to keep these histories alive.
Yeah, that's right. That's what Cardi B would do.
Cardi B.
I would not erase the histories of these schools. She would keep these histories of the schools alive. I'm glad to hear the Democrats want to keep something alive. However obscure it may be, pretty crazy stuff. Hey, very happy Friday to you. And hey, if you're a member of the Democrat Socialists of America, give us a call. Let us know what you believe you're thinking. Do you believe you're thinking? The Democratic Socialists of America, they put out their new policies, and you know what they want, a little statement, what they want. They want to eliminate the U.S. Senate, do away with the Senate. There would be no Senate. There would only be a House of Representatives. They would replace the President of the United States and the Supreme Court, get rid of the Supreme Court and the presidency and the Senate.
Oh, poor little Paulie. Wouldn't matter. You're not getting your way, Paul. You poor British fuck.
Some kind of an executive and a judiciary chosen.
Jeez, if only Billy would be your friend, you'd be happy, wouldn't you?
So they want the House of Representatives to be
Paul.
in charge of the.
You know what? If Billy would just fucking go along with you and be your friend and think you're the greatest, everything would be great, wouldn't it? Little Paul, you fat fucker. Do push-ups. Do push-ups. Look at you. You fucking crybaby. Come on up, Paul. Here, Paul. I'll post the link again. All right, there's the link. Now I'm going to fucking time you out. But you can click on link and come up here. Come on up. I dare you. Come on up, boy. Come on up. Come on up there, tough guy. Bring Wiggin with you. Bring your whole fucking army with you. I can have up to 10 people up here. Oh, no, I got Alpeshes in my backstage. Are you going to post Allah Akbar in my private chat that nobody's going to read but me? Is that supposed to scare? Oh, I'm scared. German lady Alpesh is in my backstage. He's using my mother's picture. Unless that's Paul. Maybe it's Paul. I don't know. Maybe it's Andy because he likes to do that shit, huh? Go ahead. Go ahead, you suck fuck. Huh? What do you got to say? You're on my panel. No, you're not going to say nothing? I might as well turn the news back
Look
up.
at your fucking face, you fucking
Look at your
idiot.
fucking face,
Look
dog.
at your fucking face.
So what
you
happened
piece
with the
of
cops?
shit.
Did the cops hang up on you?
You fucking
Hey,
pussy.
are you going to call the cops right now?
Look at
Call the
you, you
cops.
fucking wanker. I'm going to ring all of your neighbours later.
You don't even have their number.
I'm ringing all
How
of
the
your
fuck are
neighbours
you going to
later.
call
Pass
my
through, you little
neighbors?
wanker.
How the fuck are you going to call my
fucking
neighbors
coward little
when you
cunt.
don't even have their phone number?
Your mother got passed around.
Your
Your
mother got
mate.
passed around. All you do is copy people. It's all you do.
Yeah, I have got.
You copied every
Come to my
fucking
stream
thing I've
later and
done
watch.
so far. Look at you over here
Fucking
crying.
piece of shit.
Well,
Sally Hayden,
everybody
suck
but
dick,
me.
mate.
Did you
Your
really
mum
cry
suck
up
dick.
on Shannon's panel? I
Fuck
missed
your
that
dead mother.
episode. Tell us about
Fucking
crying
pussy.
up on Shannon's panel.
Go and cry to German lady. Oh, German
you
lady,
poor
please help
little
me.
packy.
Oh, please help me, German lady, because
You
I'm a
can't
fucking
even do a
fragile
fucking
old
push-up.
man.
Pussy.
Go
All
fuck
Billy
your
will
dead
do is
mother.
play with
Your
my
dead mother, Sally.
microphone.
Oh, fuck your cunt fucking
My
smells.
name is
You
I'll
fucking dead
Patel.
mother, Sally. Sucks your father's dick. You fucking old man. Look at your fucking face. Look at your face, you fucking son.
You won't let nobody in your chat, so get the fuck out of my face. That's all you got? Fuck you. There you go. Fucking loser. Al Pesh is the most triggered YouTuber out here. He's fucked it. You ain't done shit, Will Durant. Look at that motherfucker.
During Passover, Jewish holiday, just finished the Seder dinner with his family.
Well, there you are, Doug. Look at that. Your friend Paul there, no hassle. He's never been interested in being my friend, but he tried to give me a channel. Well, Dougie, you know how I am, so I'm not going to sit here and trash you like Wiggin did. I might point something out, right? All your friends are giving me a hard time, Doug. Maybe it's by design. You're sick of these motherfuckers, I bet. I know I would be. I would be. You're an idiot, Paul. No hassle. Oh, no hassle. Oh, you got tattoos on my hand. I'm cool.
Who I think is really, well, he's just G.
Yeah, I like tattoos. So unless you're Polynesian or something like that, all right? Because they do, even Christians tattoos. But to get them your neck up and on your hands and that, it doesn't really look good. Doesn't really look good. Now, some hand tattoos, I've seen some. They're pretty decent. It's pretty cool.
Who goes by furry, he thinks he's a furry of some kind. And then his parents are looking around at each other, kind of rolling their eyes and like, so what is this?
But you're not cool, Paul.
Regular
You're far from cool.
This stuff, he's got a transgender boyfriend who
fucking fat fuck.
Whatever that is, and all this stuff. And then there's some.
Oh, we're gonna make Billy mad. Watch him go crazy. Billy's assing out, everybody. They make Billy mad. I make Billy mad. You and Rum and all you dumb motherfuckers, all at JC's minion. Why don't you come on up, JC? Call him out, JC.
They say, okay, show up
Mikey Stevens.
59th for your trial because it never starts in a timely fashion. They've got all this craziness going on. And yesterday, honestly, it got so crazy that Jonathan Turley said we should just jump ahead to the sentencing part because the preliminary.
I hope everybody knows who Jonathan Turley is.
That this lunatic is guilty.
He's a professor at a certain college. Or at a college. Ivy League college.
Testified in exchange for immunity on videotape, and they shared
constitutional scholar at that
in Utah. And I want to share a bit of that with you as well. Now, the defense lawyers question the reliability.
I hate to tell you, Wiggin, but the United States Constitution is more important than the Bible.
Defense attorneys have embarrassed themselves all over the place.
Even though the Bible has been around a lot longer.
It's I think it might have been another Mel Brooks movie. They had a trial, and at the end of the trial, the jury stands up, and
in the beauty of the lilies across the sea, Jesus was born with a bosom in his eye for you and me.
It says, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty as hell, and that's kind of where we are now with this the guilty as hell part. And this guy, the furry transgender guy, was Tyler Robinson's roommate. They're probably not going to be roommates anymore. Well, with the prison sentence, and honestly, I think if you're a political assassin in the 21st century in America, maybe you should get the guillotine on the National Mall. you probably should delete. Probably you should get the death penalty because we should discourage political assassinations, and we'll give them to Canada, and they'll put them to sleep like they do with so many other people in Canada now. They're putting people to sleep faster than they're putting dogs to sleep in Canada now. Actually, true. But let's go to some audio here, Jeff. Because, the big trial yesterday was something. A lot of wild stuff happened. And I still want to get to Iran with you because they're crazy and all of that. But let's go to some of the let's go to my latest cut sheet. We call it a cut sheet. That's radio talk. It's got sound bites on it, and they have numbers next to them and all that good stuff. And lots of Iran things too. We also have the Democrat running for the Senate in Michigan, Al Sayed, who he may detonate. He may detonate himself soon, I think, because pretty well. Jeff, I'm looking for the. Let me see. Let's go to all right. Let's go to Twigs in cut one from all of our good stuff. Here is the transgender furry boyfriend in the video testimony talking about what he experienced with his roommate, boyfriend, and Charlie Kirk assassin.
So he acted erratically. Was he pacing? Was he just sitting down, relaxing?
No, he was walking around a lot.
And that's within the home.
Mm-hmm.
And did he talk about what he had done?
Didn't go into detail. I just asked him in person if what he said was true the night before, and he said it was. I started crying a little bit and said he wishes he hadn't done it. And then kept going around and just doing stuff, I think, to keep himself busy or distracted or something.
Sure, busy, distracted, or something like that, because, started crying. And, did Lee Harvey Oswald start crying? It really, not until Jack Ruby.
I have something for the geniuses out here. If Alpesh Patel actually was able, he got a hold of the jail, and they actually had where you could give an inmate there money, he's got to give them his information. Now, if somebody was to make a complaint,
He's crying a bit, and he said he wished that he hadn't done it.
now, I mean, YouTube and StreamYard, they're really looking at people using other people's actual artwork and stuff like that. Lifting pictures and shit. They're cracking down on that shit.
Confession by proxy, I think Jonathan Turley might have called it.
Another reason you don't see me just making videos.
Was your buddy, was he very political? Was he
Tiffany is a fucking hypocrite, just like you are, Will Durant. You're sitting there and you're using me along with her material, and she reports me. So Will Durant, fuck you. All right, I cloned your account. I'm going to do it to every single one. So you better be smart when you make them if you clone me. But it's not doing you any good. You're chicken shit, Will Durant, and you don't fucking dare come up here and face me one-on-one like a man. You won't do it.
Well, Charlie Kirk, he assassinated Charlie Kirk, as everyone knows.
As far as I'm concerned, you're just like acid trip. Will, Eric Hostetler.
Endlessly about Charlie Kirk, right?
We didn't talk about Charlie Kirk. I personally have never heard him talk about Charlie Kirk before, specifically.
Using my image to earn a living out here in YouTube.
Specifically, never heard him talk about, but he said he had to put it.
I did it once.
That evil that was.
I got Randy's stuff removed. The stuff he was making. That's been a while.
And in the Maoist Democrat.
But I wasn't streaming then.
People for raising questions that the party.
Now that I'm streaming,
just as the Chinese communists did with tens of millions of their own people.
You motherfuckers clip
And the
people,
Cultural Revolution and all that.
and then you have a fucking whiny fit if somebody clipped you and you want to report them.
Started shooting people, but,
So I'm here to say fuck you.
at a large scale.
Wiggin, you're the worst.
And then you'll
Because you supported that shit, and now I'm going to report you. Fuck you, Jarl. Bad decision, business decision you made, Jarl. Because I never did anything to you. Not one fucking thing did I do to you. Everything you accuse me of shit that you yourself do. So fuck you. Do something. You motherfuckers don't dare come up here and face me one-on-one. You don't.
Yes, sir. And so you took Trump.
You don't. And there's been plenty of people that have come up here and talked to me.
What do you say about Trump? We've got to take one here. I've got more from the trial, and the way that Jonathan Turley summed it up got my attention.
Angie, you're labeled with Bud Noble now. That's the best you could do. Bud Noble, him and Chrissy. You guys calling each other wifey? Ooh, wifey. Because you think it bothers people? You're not very interesting. I tell you that right now, Angie. More than likely, it wasn't that you gave your son a better life. More than likely, the guy found out that you were a dirtbag and you weren't going to be a good mother, and he fucking took custody of his child. And you're just so fucking lazy, you didn't give a shit. You don't want nothing to do with the guy. That's an awful fucking thing. You don't even spend time with your own kid. That's fucked up.
That was always fun. The firing squad might be
At least Wolfie's with her kids.
Since he used a rifle to assassinate Charlie Kirk. It'd be kind of fun to execute him with 6 rifles. What do you think? That's old school. 888-650.
At Alpesh Patel, see, all along, before I cloned it, Will Durant using Yankee Doodle Patriot. That motherfucker thought that was me the whole fucking time. What a dumb fuck. Look at the shit. I've done some perfect cloning. I got a Wiggin clone. I cloned that motherfucking account. Why don't you come on in here with that account, Wiggin? I got a wrench on mine. Hey, Wiggin, I want to see you eat popcorn. I want to see Wiggin eat some popcorn. Hey, Bud Noble is your representative too, there, Wiggin. When you first took him under your wing and shit and subscribed to his channel, like he said, oh, this guy's going to be interesting. That's a fucking fruitcake right there. Bud Noble. He was the first one to get smashed with a dodgeball in 5th grade. Oh, Mr. Sports Guy. I want to see Bud Noble do a push-up. Seriously. I've done my push. I proved I can do motherfuckers. I only need to keep proving it to you motherfuckers. I will. I might do it again some night. You guys get me fucking going and get the adrenaline. If I can, might have to do 10, 20, 30 push-ups just to get the blood flowing. But I am getting older. I'm senior citizen status. I'm going to be 65 in December. Hopefully, Logical's giving up on saying that I'm going to die by Christmas. She didn't want to take care of him. She didn't want that. She shrugged that responsibility. That's what the problem is. Oh, Paul. No, Paul, you can click my link, Paul. I'm going to time out every fucking account you come in here with. You're an idiot. You come on up here, Paul. Click my fucking link. Right there it is. Fuck you, Paul. Fucking slob. I wonder if Dougie realizes by now that you're really not his friend. Those people, the Mickey, ever who that is, you fucking British fox. You're not really anybody. You're doing this because you sit there and you play tiddlywinks amongst yourself, grab ass and all that shit. Yeah, Wiggin uses my phrases. He never said grab ass until after I started using it. It's like that with a lot of things I do around here. Hey, Wiggin, I've taken over. I might only have 6 on my meter, but look at the motherfuckers coming into my chat. And it's like, what is Alpesh your guy's leader or something? Is he like the leader of the fucking gang from CNN or what? You don't see any other wrenches in here doing anything to anybody. Rocky has a wrench. Tom has a wrench. Tony has a wrench. Let's see. I see friggin' Angela in Acid chat yesterday. It wouldn't be hard to put a wrench on her, but she's got her own thing going. And, you know, she's got her own friends. If I was like you, I'd be over there. If I was like Andy 504, every time she go live, I'd be in her fucking chat begging. But I don't. It wouldn't be hard for her friend in Lake Placid to fucking come here. He could take me out. Hey, Acid, there you go. There's a guy in Lake Placid, friends with friggin' Angela. I don't know, if you give him enough money, maybe he'll do something. So what'd you do? Did you send her some British pounds? You said you sent her $100? Well, then they have your information. Be thankful I'm not like really close to Mary Burney where she lives and all that shit, and everything was the same if I was right there with her, because I'd go see her and shit, and I'd help her out. I'd help her out with more than just giving her some money. Because it's all you guys are about is making fun of other people. But you don't do it lightheartedly. You don't. I can't help it that she didn't want to listen to me. But, you know, JC should have known better. But she didn't. And I participated. I'll admit my guilt and shit. Something you guys can't do. Time is it? Yeah. 10:30.
Let's go to the telephones. Jeff, let's go to Jack. Calling from
Oh, here comes another fucking loudmouth from the past. Yes.
Was that Jack? You just switched over to a call holding thing, or did we?
Yeah.
Hey, Jack. There's Jack. Hey, buddy. Hey, how are you?
Good. Listen to you every day.
Beautiful.
And my wife and I saw you at Chevy Chase Country Club last summer. Very much enjoyed your show.
Outstanding. That's great. Thank you.
And the reason I called is the media, as usual, screams out about Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin having not pled guilty or not guilty yet. Well, the reason for that is he has not been charged yet.
Right.
He's only under arrest.
What does that fucking even mean? What does that mean?
Following a preliminary hearing. So whoever does the
You may have 6 room on your meter.
head between the remote dark place.
All right. But I guarantee you haven't got 6. I'm using 2. Okay. You think I care? I've been doing this for over 2 years now. You think I give a fuck?
Criminal defense attorney.
Correct.
This chat can explode at any second.
What was your longest ever preliminary hearing?
Probably about.
You ain't got shit.
Yeah.
That you're here with
This is
2.
day 5.
Why?
So explain that to me, Jack. I didn't go to law school.
Well, I was a prosecutor for 10 years in Cook County, and have been a.
I'd like you, Billy. Spam too much. Yeah, I'd like you, Billy. Spam too much. Yeah. Bye. There's Bud bragging that he had a wrench over at JC's, wanting me to go there so he could time me out. There you go, Angie. There's your fucking faggot boyfriend. Go open your own chat, bud. Yeah, you're open before. Don't expect me to see me in your chat. I won't never go to your chat except to make fun of you. It ain't even worth it. You're a fucking idiot. Fucking punk motherfucker. You're the face. That's the face of you, Angie. Bud Noble. That's the best you can do. Sad, really sad. It really is. Fucking sad.
News at 10:30. I'm John Matthews. President Trump has chosen not to sign a sweeping housing affordability.
Not in New York right now. I'm sitting here smoking this joint, listening to the radio. I'm talking to you, dumbasses.
Voter IDs to be eligible to vote. Without his signature, the bill will still become law later today.
Why did you want to come up on the panel? Open panel all morning.
Currently, temporary barriers are used for that purpose when necessary.
I guess it matters who's listening, right? It's not the quantity, it's the quality of who's listening. Well, I'll tell you what. Since I don't really know you, I'll just time you out. That makes it easy.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis.
That's my favorite. 24-hour timeout. That's my favorite. Every time I go back live, they're right back. Now, JC would do it, tell me to get the fuck out of her chat and shit. So I would. And then she'd sit there and fucking call me out. Those days are gone. I don't know. I would say that probably Rusty had more to do with JC quitting streaming than me, because Rusty was pretty rough on her. Really bad. I'm not the one who did that to your daughter, JC. You still haven't apologized to me for that. I don't really want an apology. It'd be nice that you fucking come out and, did the right thing. All right, and I ain't forgetting what you did with my mother. No sincere apology for that, and you guys demand apologies for shit. So fuck you, JC. You're the one that probably shouldn't have been up on my panel that day I opened up. Wiggins should have been mad me letting you up there. But no, he's... I've never timed out your Joe Dirt account. That's the first time I've seen it in here, you punk. You fucking loser. Yep, there he is. There they are. Yeah, look what I did to Daniel. Your little buddy Daniel. You're probably Daniel for all we fucking know. Joe Dirt? Is that you? Oh yeah, I fucking cloned Gladiator Shogun and then he thought I was JC. There it is. Told you, Billy. I did it again. There you go, Wiggin. Fucking come on up, Wiggin. I dare you. I'll pull Bud Noble on you. I dare you to go live. I dare you to go live, Billy. Yeah. You won't like me? Really don't like me, JC. I'm gonna go chase a storm. See, you can't even do it right. You don't even have the patience to read your text before you post it. That's the problem with you. You're sitting there with that microphone and just got to get it out there. Joe Dirt. You think you're in a fucking movie? Uh-huh. I fucked you guys all up this week. All week long, I've been fucking you guys up. Hi, Catherine. There it is. Catherine, only because Tom said you're a sweetheart. So, I do my best to ignore shit. I hope Tom's okay. Tony sent me I got a couple of gifts. He was right. I got my radio. Sent me a radio. Works pretty good. I had it on. I was listening to the local news this morning. It works. He got me this hat. All right. Look at the box it came in. Nice box. Look at that.
Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Oh, I could make some. I'd make some maple candy and give that to somebody.
Let's get back to the assassination of Charlie Kirk trial in Utah. Jack calling in from the land of Lincoln. Great stuff. Prosecutor, Cook County. Where else would you be? Prosecutor for 10 years. Criminal defense attorney after that. Great stuff. The longest pre-trial hearing he's ever had. Decades of lawyering. Is about 30 minutes. This pre-trial hearing, 5 days, and pretty nutty. And let's go back because Lance Twiggs, like a comic book name of a cross-dressing transgender furry, and Lance Twiggs was testifying on videotape in exchange for immunity. So he is free from prosecution, but he's talking about.
All right, before we go any further, I want to remind my good friend Rusty on Shane's panel, you threatened to blow my head off with a gun. I'm going to blow your head off. And what did I say? I thought I was going to get a blowjob. Fucking cowbirds. So keep that in mind, Rusty. I need to blow your brains off. And Empress ended his chat. You did that to Empress. Come on up here, Rusty. Take me one-on-one. You think you're fucking queen out here? No, you're not. No more queen than that fucking idiot Wiggin is a king. Man, oh, Billy and Gotti attacking me. On JT's panel. Shut the fuck up! Who the fuck were you yelling at that? I forget now. I wish I had that. I should have fucking wrote down where that clip is so I know where to go get it.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when, but he had said he was planning to go hunting with
This is trial on the Charlie Kirk deal.
If we had a Dremel because he said he wanted to create messages on bullets. And I just told him where Dremel was and told him to make sure he doesn't set off a bullet on accident in the house. So I didn't really think about it until then.
I would say by accident. I wouldn't say on accident. Some people say on accident. I would say by accident. He set it up by accident. But he's telling you, and that's the Dremel is a fine product. It's a very high quality product, and been around for about 100 years now. I think the Dremel Corporation, and it is an immigrant from Austria who started Dremel in Wisconsin, and I just love we just call it a Dremel. It's like a Xerox, a Dremel. It's great and kind of fun. And he wanted to engrave messages, which he did because he's a psychopath, and he engraved like "die fascist dog," crazy stuff like this. Lance Twiggs. Was he engraving bullets before this? I guess prosecutor, maybe defense attorney, Mick Bride asked, and Twiggs said, "Yeah, I don't remember exactly when, but he said he was planning to go hunting with his family." Sure, that's so he's a liar, on top of being a murderer and an assassin, which doesn't surprise me much. And he asked me if we had a Dremel, and I got a transcript here. I think they should have capitalized Dremel because it's a corporate name and a family name, and a great American company. He wanted to create messages on bullets. And you didn't think that was peculiar at all. I just told him where the Dremel was and told him to make sure he doesn't set off a bullet on accident.
Oh, there you go. There's Rusty in there. Oh, Mystic. Alpesh has got your information. So it's going to be another fuck you, Rusty. That's coming back. Fuck you, Rusty. Fuck you, Rusty and Wiggin. That's going to happen. You're an idiot, Rusty, for fucking supporting that dumb motherfucker. I can't stand you. Anybody that wants to fucking crank on Rusty, you're welcome to come in my chat this morning and do it.
And then in person, because he wanted to be thorough. He's very thorough.
Fuck you, Rusty. Sick of you.
And says that Robinson.
I feel like Alpesh.
Planning the attack for more than a week, right? But he says, Lance Twigg says that he never heard him talking specifically about Charlie Kirk. He's just a left-wing loon who wanted to murder somebody. And if you talk about Jesus and give people an opportunity to explain themselves, then the left would naturally want to murder you. And of course, the engraving bullets. And he's talking to Robinson, and he said he cried, and he said he wishes he hadn't done it. Yeah, they're just crazy stuff. And the text messages they brought up, they're texting back and forth, and I'm still okay, my love. He says my love. He says my love to him. But I'm stuck. He says, for a little while, yet longer. Stuck for a little bit. I said, I wouldn't be long. I can come home. He said, but I got to grab my rifle still, which he had stashed in the woods because he's an assassin. And he said, looking forward to getting home. Hope to keep it a secret until I died of old age. So I'm sorry to involve you. And this is like kind of out of the blue for Lance Twiggs. Lance Twiggs says, you weren't the one who did it, right? And he said, I am, comma, I'm sorry. It's good use of grammar and the comma. And he says, I thought they caught the person. And he says, Lance Twiggs said, I thought they caught the person. He says, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing, he says. And he's like, I got to go grab my rifle. It's a family rifle. It's a family heirloom. And I wonder if the family's going to get it back. Probably not. Grandpa's rifle. Oh, yes, my grandson used this to assassinate Charlie Kirk. And he's engraving crazy stuff on the bullets, on the shell casings. Die fascist and crazy stuff. And when you're a Democrat, you sit at home doing that late at night, all by yourself. And you think this is pretty normal because the Democrat Party told you that it's pretty normal. And they're nuts. All right, let's go back to the great audio because just crazy. Now, let's see, number 6. Oh yeah, this is the prosecutor guy, Brian Davis, and he's reading the text messages aloud. And here is the prosecutor who's got the telephone, and he's going through page up, page down. Brian Davis sounded like this.
And Tyler says, I'm still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. It shouldn't be long until I can come home. I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I hoped to keep this secret until I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you.
You've mealy mouthed me enough there, Rusty, so I was going to leave you alone, but not now.
I'm sorry.
All is fair in love and war.
Oh, okay. And boy, you thought this was psycho yesterday. This just went crazy psycho, didn't it? Yes, it did. And I tell you, Jonathan Turley, the law professor and a lawyer and regular guy from Chicago, Jonathan Turley was live on the television yesterday afternoon, and I was watching it in the, whatever it was, 3 p.m. hour. I think it was the 3 p.m. hour. Because then we had to turn to that kickball game, with France and Morocco. And it was only a bit of violence for that. I talked about the burning Paris, no matter who wins and who loses. And there was a certain amount of, there were fires burning and there were attacks in Paris because soccer is a very important game. Kick the ball, kick. And let's go to Jonathan Turley, because Jonathan Turley, I was watching him and he was live on the television, and he watched kind of what we were just talking about here and what they were showing and playing the audio. And they went to Jonathan Turley and said, "Hey, what do you think of what we've heard so far, law professor Jonathan Turley?"
Well, it really comes across as confession by surrogate, and it's very compelling. I think most people watching today would wonder, why don't they just go to verdict? Because it's so overwhelming and it's so complete. What's interesting about this?
Well, it's so complete, so overwhelming. Just go right to verdict. Just go right to sentencing, because the jury foreman should stand up and say, "We, the jury, find the defendant guilty as hell," and there should be. I'd like to see the death penalty on the table for this political assassination. And to set an example, this guy is, they love Luigi Mangione, and they love murdering. The left is a bloodthirsty lot, and they raise people to be a bloodthirsty lot because they're the left. They're the biggest killers in the history of the world. They usually have other people doing the nasty stuff, but crazy stuff going on all over the place. The Democrats, I am telling you, yes, sir. Did you see this American woman from New York that decided to leave the country and move to Ireland? Trying to move to Ireland. So she moved to Ireland, and she's a mother of a teenage girl, the lady from New York. And she moved to Ireland, where she met a nice man. And they would go to protests together and stuff. They'd go to protests that are pro-Hamas, right, and anti-Israel rallies and things like that. And then her boyfriend, it turns out, is a Muslim guy, and he murdered her, and he bashed her head in and killed her. And then he fled the country and apparently fled to Turkey because, and I just looked at this and I said, well, this reminds me of Renee Good in Minneapolis. They're these crazy lefties, and of course, 56% of white liberal women in America have been diagnosed with some mental illness or another. 56% of women who self-describe as liberal and are white have been diagnosed with mental illness. And I don't know anything about it, but here it is. New York mom Jamie Carney suffocated to death in Ireland home murder as police fear asylum-seeking boyfriend fled country. But she's got an asylum-seeking Muslim boyfriend who here he is pictured with his Hamas headdress on and his beard, and she, a liberal woman from New York, went to Ireland and met this guy who's an asylum seeker and a Muslim man, and they go to protest, anti-Israel protest together, and root on Hamas, and then he bashed her head in and killed her. Now, the New York mother, who was allegedly killed by her asylum-seeking boyfriend inside her new home in Ireland, was suffocated to death, contradicting initial reports from the bloody murder scene. Bloody said, suffocation and blood all over the place don't necessarily go together, but there were initial reports that her head was bashed in and her neck and all this stuff. But the New York mother, who was, it's pretty amazing stuff, Jamie Carney, her battered body was found hidden underneath a duvet. A duvet, that's a French thing you put on your bed. Very nice, supposed to be a real nice place to have a duvet, and it's pronounced duvet, in her bedroom by her 13-year-old daughter. The 13-year-old daughter found her there, and she thought global warming was going to kill the world. And in the town of Killarney, Carney had suffered multiple severe wounds to her head and was believed to have died from the brutal attack by her new beau, a Middle Eastern man, identified as Ahmad, is Ahmad, everybody's Ahmad, al-Sakur, that's A-L-S-A-Q-E-R, Ahmad al-Sakur. However, the 43-year-old mother of one died as a result of suffocation, according to a post-mortem examination by the state pathologist, Dr. Linda Mulligan. She might have to get a mulligan on this. The Irish Times reported, and pretty amazing stuff. Now, the Irish police have opened a murder investigation into Carney's death and are searching for 28-year-old, al-Sakur over here. who is believed to have fled the country hours after the killing. But it was her boyfriend, and he's an asylum seeker, and he supports Hamas and not Israel. Officials fear DNA evidence found at the scene may hinder the investigation, as Al-Sagar had visited Carney's home regularly, and as opposed to a murder committed by a stranger. And you get, of course, his fingerprints are all over the place. He hung out there. He was the boyfriend, and he's seeking asylum. Carney, who was working for a healthcare consulting company, met the Middle Eastern man, Al-Sagar, at a pro-Palestine rally a year and a half ago. And here are pictures of them with their Hamas headdresses and stuff. The two have been pictured in multiple social media posts in the weeks leading up to Carney's murder, including one picture where they, here they are with their headdresses, and they've got their, hey, we support Palestine, free Palestine. And here's the bearded guy with his nice girlfriend from New York. She's an American, and she's got a 13-year-old daughter. So he decided to murder her and bash her head in. So he's believed to have jumped on a bus from Killarney to Dublin at 3 a.m. and possibly a last-minute flight out of Ireland to Istanbul, Turkey. I think I'd go to Istanbul if I were him. Istanbul's very nice this time of year. Police are probing several of Al-Sagar's contacts across the Middle East, including in Turkey, Syria, Jordan. He's got contacts in Turkey, Syria, and Jordan, suspecting they're helping the man. Sure, it's a Muslim guy killed the white lady. Killed the man. He arrived in Ireland in 2004, and he wants asylum. The Democrats would give him asylum. He should fly to the United States. In New York, I know that the mayor of New York would give him asylum. I'm confident.
Sole proprietor.
Yeah, you got a 12-hour start on the police, but he fled, and all he wanted was asylum and an American girlfriend. And here he is draped in the Palestinian flag with a Hamas headdress on and a beard and dressed in all black. And he got himself an American girlfriend for a while. Then he murdered her because, there's a jihad going on against Western civilization. Maybe somebody should have filled her in on that. But she moved to Ireland. Don't get a nice Irish boyfriend. Hey, maybe this Palestinian guy I met at the anti-Israel protest. Sounds like a match made in, someplace. Probably not heaven. Paradise. Match made in paradise. That's great. And there you go. So, look, just a little tip for American women out there. Wise up. Western civilization is pretty cool. You guys have it really good here, thanks to the patriarchy. You're welcome.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show. News Talk.
That one didn't go through.
WMAL, making sense of the news.
That one didn't go through.
On the job site. But to do what you do best, your team needs the right material at the right time. At Cooper Electric, we sell electrical products from top manufacturers and have a large network to deliver your order fast. Getting the big bid is power. Access to 1 million products from one distributor is electric. Visit cooper-electric.com today. Cooper Electric. Our knowledge is electric.
What's the good use of that? It used to take us days to finalize documents, but I just securely created and sent a major contract in seconds using DocuSign Intelligent Agreement Management, powered by AI. You can create, collaborate on, and negotiate agreements in just a few clicks. Now, with every step of our business process connected, we get to signature in a fraction of the time. Ready to speed up your business? Meet your new end-to-end agreement partner at DocuSign.com. Our Q4 roadmap includes omnichannel.
This season, it's not about their rules. Lucky rebels taking the odds back from the suits. So rebels like you commit your own rules. When it's 4th and long, you're not made to punt. Play the way you live, like a rebel. This season, join the rebellion at LuckyRebelClub.com.
If you are in need of a roof replacement before the summer rainstorms hit, well, honor, respect, and trust your home with Valor. Hey, it's Vince for Valor Home, and unfortunately, some unscrupulous home improvement companies are claiming to be Valor Home, but there's only one Valor I trust. Don't be fooled by the imposters online. Go directly to valorhome.com and look for Valor's signature patriotic logo, or call 833-83-VALOR. Tell them Vince sent you.
833-83-VALOR.
If you want to build the garden of your dreams, listen to Great Gardens Radio. Your hosts, Steve and Rick, have moved to 10 a.m. every Saturday on WMAL. This week, learn how to solve some of the difficult problems in lawn care and plant care that are in many of the yards in our area. Learn how to be a great gardener and learn how to save a lot of money at the same time by doing everything right and doing it the first time. Great Gardens Radio, every Saturday, 10 a.m. on WMAL.
PetSmart makes online shopping easy, right from your phone. But pets don't live on their phones. That's why we have a place to touch grass, sniff out new toys, get a fresh cut, and celebrate their birthday. We call it Store. From URL to IRL, PetSmart does it all. Shop in store or online at PetSmart.com. PetSmart, anything for pets.
Attention men, it's time to make a bedroom the best room in the house. True Vitality Medical.
You won't like me. I know you like me when you always fucking like me. God damn it, you better not like me. If you don't like me, I'm gonna hate you. You fucking better like me because I don't know what I mean.
True Vitality Medical Centers, painless breakthrough treatments, eliminate ED. Age doesn't matter, medical history doesn't matter. 98% of patients experience.
I know you're watching.
Right in the office.
In just one visit, True Vitality Medical Center has been lasting longer, performing better, and enjoying the best sex of their lives. Right now, your
What time is it? Been live 2 hours. It's fucking 11 o'clock.
Patients get their testosterone check free. Call 703-637-1222. 703-637-1222. To end your frustration in the bedroom, call now. 703-637-1222.
Feel the heat and grab the cash at Mohawk Casino. Play the $60,000 summer cash giveaway, where you've got a chance to win big cash prizes. Earn entries July 1st through August 22nd. Then mark your calendars to be here for the grand prize drawings on July 25th and August 22nd, when we're handing out cash prizes each night, ranging from $250 to the grand prize of $10,000 cash. Only at Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort, your everyday escape.
It's Vince. I love cars, and I love PCU Fast in Chantilly. Right now, they've got a great deal on powder coating your car's wheels. Get all 4 wheels powder coated for just $850, including mount and balance. Terms apply. Powder coating your wheels by PCU Fast doesn't just look great. It's tougher than paint, resists chips, brake dust, and corrosion, and it keeps your wheels looking new longer. Visit PCUfast.com or call 703-705-9220. That's 703-705-9220.
Are you a parent of a child with disabilities who desperately needs a break? Then you need to know about Jill's House. To find out more, visit our website, jillshouse.org.
WMAL, making sense of the headlines, because common sense isn't so common. Download the WMAL app to stream us for
I don't have
free.
to worry about burning my mustache because they shaved the fucker off.
All right, so there's an American woman she moved to Ireland from Westchester County in New York, just north of New York City. Beautiful leafy tree-lined suburbs, like where AOC
probably got
came
shit in
from,
my
for
eyes.
example, and where I came from. I was born in Bronxville, and as a kid lived in Pelham Manor in New York, Westchester County. All that good stuff. But she fled there to go to Ireland, and then she met
I was
this guy
outside this
in
morning. It was windy and a fucker, and it blowing dirt and
Muslim man
everything.
from the Middle East. And then he murdered her because
Nice warm
she was
wind.
showing that she's very
And it
open-minded.
rained earlier.
And now everybody knows that she's open-minded. And here are the pictures of him with his Palestinian flag draped on his back like a cape, like he's a superhero for the Palestinian, and wearing his Hamas headdress. And a cousin said she was the sweetest, most caring, most humanitarian person. That's the way that she was described by her cousin. The problem is that the terrorist, he doesn't have anybody that said that about him, because nobody ever called him that. Nobody ever called him the kindest person or the nicest person or the most humanitarian person. Everybody that knows him said, oh yeah, he's a ruthless murderer. Nobody's actually said anything about him. But now we know about Ahmad al-Sakir, because he murdered the nice white lady with kind of reddish hair, Irish looking, and she moved to Ireland from Westchester County in New York because she wanted to protest in favor of Hamas, and then a Muslim man murdered her. That's I like to say, no sense of irony. A lot of these people on the left have no sense of irony. And this is a big lefty move. Oh, I'm leaving the country. I'm guessing it probably had something to do with Trump, I'm guessing. I'm leaving the country. I'm moving to Ireland. Who did that? Rosie. I think Rosie did that, didn't she? Pretty amazing stuff. She moved to Ireland in 2024. This guy, he's been there seeking his...
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. Here's Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 11. Good morning, everyone. I'm John Matthews. An Iranian plot to assassinate President Trump has been uncovered.
The Wall Street Journal reports that Israel recently shared an intelligence report about an assassination plot, and the president's no stranger to these sorts of threats. Here he is talking about Iran a little bit more just in Turkey a few days ago.
They had leaders, they're gone, and they had another set of leaders, they're gone. Now they have another set of leaders, they may be gone. Who knows? And you know what? I may be gone too, because I'm their number one target.
Now, the president left Turkey on the old Air Force One, prompting some speculation that the new plane which he flew into Turkey was not equipped to handle some threats.
Fox News' David Spunt. In an effort to increase security, more fencing is coming to the White House.
The latest plans have them being built on Pennsylvania Avenue at 15th and 17th Streets Northwest, and while remaining open, could be closed off if the Secret Service thinks it's necessary. The area in front of the White House remains popular for visitors and protesters alike, but security remains a focus. That area was open to vehicular traffic until 1995, when President Clinton closed it, bringing in barriers, describing the move at the time as, quote, security necessary to preserve our freedom,
sabotage,
long-term restriction of our freedom. Any plans to build would head through a process of review. Spell it on WMAL and WMAL.com.
The bill's moving through Congress that could make daylight saving time permanent.
The House is set to vote next week on a bill that could make spring forward, fall back a thing of the past. The Sunshine Protection Act, which would put an end to the twice-a-year clock switching and make daylight saving time permanent, was approved 48-1 by the House Energy and Commerce Committee in May. The proposal being considered would allow states to opt out. Daylight saving time, putting the clocks forward 1 hour during the summer half of the year, has been in place in nearly all of the U.S. since the 1960s. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Democratic Party leaders are fretting now that Graham Plattner has dropped out of the Senate race in Maine.
This debacle reveals divides and even suspicion inside the Democratic Party. Top Democrats ask why there wasn't better vetting. They worry that political newcomers have baggage and could bring down Democrats in the midterms. Former Maine State Senator Troy Jackson is a Bernie Sanders acolyte. He's running to succeed Plattner as the Democratic nominee. The Democratic Party was divided before, but this episode underscores schisms in the party, which could cost Democrats the House and Senate this fall.
Fox News' Chad Pergrom. Loudoun County lawmakers know that they need power stations. They just wish Dominion would spend more time on aesthetics.
Pick a color that's not opaque. Loudoun County Chair Phyllis Randall and Supervisor Matt Letourneau weighing in.
I would propose that the color be Pueblo. No.
The board agreed it was an earth tone wall to help screen the Aspen substation, one of 95 electrical substations approved or pending in Loudoun County, with Supervisor Kristen Olmstead pointing out.
For me, the most important thing about this substation is maintaining grid reliability.
Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
Dow's up 50 points. NASDAQ's down 110. Traffic and weather now.
Is your patio, sidewalk, or driveway cracked or uneven? Have you tripped or fallen as a result? If you're worried about the liability of an uneven surface on your property, American Construction Specialties can quickly help. Don't pay the high cost to tear out and replace your sidewalk, patio, driveway, or pool deck. American Construction Specialties has an economic solution which can raise and stabilize your existing concrete at a fraction of the cost of full replacement. Their environmentally friendly structural foam
With structural foam lifting, there's no heavy equipment to cause damage to your property and no loud noises from jackhammering. Best of all, most repairs can be completed in just one day. Have your entire patio, sidewalk, or driveway safe and level again. No job is too big or small. Call American Construction Specialties now for your free estimate at 240-665-5665. That's 240-665-5665. Again, 240-665-5665. Licensed in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, MHIC 140530.
Children's hospitals are places of treatment, hope, and research for future cures. But they need our help. Children's Miracle Network is inviting you to join our pledge. Let's help these hospitals make a big change for all kids. Learn more at cmn.org/pledge.
It's Vince for Artists and Movers. As a military brat, I remember my parents stressed every time they moved, worried something would break because some movers treated our stuff like junk. It was always stressful. That's why today, whether you're moving across town or across the country, I recommend Artists and Movers, a local family-owned business founded by Mark Lewandowski. He's a proud Terp fan, having graduated from the University of Maryland, and hardworking all-American guy. Mark built Artists and Movers on the vision of giving his customers honest, dependable, high-quality, stress-free moving services. Artists and Movers provides you with local and long-distance moves, storage, and even white glove service, meaning they'll pack and unpack everything in your home or office. You don't lift a finger. They'll do it all with care and professionalism and the kind of personal touch you just don't get with the big chains. Honest, careful, and professional. That's the artisan way. So for your next move, trust Artisan Movers. Free quotes and WMAL listener discounts are available. Call 240-600-0998. That's 240-600-0998. Or visit artisanmovers.com.
Ken Hunter in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Outer loop of the Beltway at Van Dorn Street in Alexandria. The vehicle fire blocks the right lane. Heavy backups from the Mixing Bowl on the Beltway, outer loop in Bethesda between Old Georgetown Road and River Road. Right lane blocked because of the road work. The backups from 355. Westbound Quince Orchard Road closed between 355 and Clopper Road because of the crash. Heavy backups northbound DC 295 from the 11th Street Bridge to Benning Road. Now from GarageToRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Good wet weather later today. Isolated showers, thunderstorms could clip us. 90 should do it. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms early, tapering off late, 72. Scattered showers, a few thunderstorms tomorrow. Best chance afternoon, 85. Dry Sunday, 85. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Stidger, WMAL.
85 now at Reagan National Airport. I'm John Matthews, News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Chris Pratt.
Oh, getting hungry. There you are, Allah Akbar.
Ah, yes, everything is perfectly normal everywhere you look, isn't it? Well, maybe normal is not the right word. The Democrat Party is getting their way in all kinds of things, though. The jihad, the communist revolution, the anti-capitalist, anti-American movement that is the Democrat Party, and they're violent. They're violent as hell. But at least they're bad neighbors, too. And one of them assassinated Charlie Kirk last year. Trial ongoing in Utah as we speak. Well, actually, it's still a preliminary hearing. It's not even a trial ongoing. It sure looks like a trial, a 5-day preliminary hearing where all the evidence is presented, making it obvious that he's guilty as hell. And this crazy story about the white lady from Westchester County, New York, moving to Ireland, and she found a new boyfriend at an anti-Israel pro-Palestine rally with his Middle Eastern guy, bearded man with a Palestine flag draped over his shoulders, going down his back. Like
Rum got married.
Superhero for Hamas. Had his Hamas headdress on.
You talking about Rum?
And to the astonishment of no one, he brutally and savagely murdered the American woman from Westchester County, New York.
Wow.
And now he's on the run. Maybe he's in Turkey. Istanbul is a beautiful city. Maybe he fled there. Remarkable stuff. And another story, I'll tell you what, just during the break, our friend Eric.
That's fucked up.
Hey, you know, this lady, you're following this story out of Louisiana, Baton Rouge. Crazy story. The headline out of New Orleans. It was a couple of days ago, day before yesterday, I think. I-110, that's an interstate highway. I-110 chaos. As New Orleans woman, 63, she's not a 22-year-old, 63-year-old woman, nabbed in Baton Rouge because of a highway shooting. What's this? Traffic on Interstate 110 in Baton Rouge turned chaotic Sunday. It was the shootout and all that stuff, then the nabber. According to police, a 63-year-old New Orleans woman opened fire on passing drivers after a crash near the I-10, I-110 interchange. They all know that there. Motorists scrambled as shots rang out. One driver was grazed in the head, and the episode ended with officers arresting the suspect at a church off of the scenic highway exit. The scenic highway, it's very scenic there. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. Detectives say the woman, identified in booking records as Leah Ann Habib, left her black Nissan Versa partially blocking the right lane. Hey, what does the race of the Nissan Versa have to do with it? Then began moving between vehicles and trying to force them to stop. She's got a gun in her hand, of course. One driver told investigators she pulled out a chrome revolver, aimed and fired. Well, you should always aim before you fire. You shouldn't just pull out and start shooting. The bullet went through his windshield and grazed his head, according to WBRZ. The driver then hit a retaining wall and crashed into the stalled Versa. The arrest affidavit states. Now, here's the thing. Another motorist reported that Habib pounded on his driver's side door, then climbed into the bed of his Chevrolet Silverado. That's a nice pickup truck, isn't it? The Chevy Silverado. He told officers that she fired shots into the air and damaged the truck's rear glass as he sped away toward the scenic highway exit. Another plug for the scenic highway exit. He pulled into the New Life Baptist Church, where officers later took her into custody. She's in the back of the pickup truck, and dude in the Silverado is like, I think I better keep going until I find a church with cops in the parking lot. Now, here's the thing. We heard from her friend. Eric said, "Oh yeah, I know this lady. She was a local. She used to live right in Tenleytown in Washington D.C., very close to the radio station, between the radio station and the National Cathedral. And it's maybe 2 golf strokes away from the radio station. And this lady apparently was right in our neighborhood. We might use the same grocery store and all this stuff, but crazy. And here's what I'm told: that she's a radical, screaming lefty, Trump-hating, crazy, Democrat person. Officers recovered a Smith & Wesson .357 Magnum and 33 live rounds of ammunition at the scene. Habib, 63 years old, was booked on attempted second-degree murder. And second degree because she didn't really plan ahead very well. Aggravated criminal damage to property, simple criminal damage to property, and illegal use of a weapon, according to WAFB. Baton Rouge police said the arrest at New Life Baptist Church happened without any further incident, which is good. Detectives told investigators the Nissan involved in the Baton Rouge episode had been linked to an earlier carjacking in New Orleans, and they were working with New Orleans police on the case. And according to reporting from WGNO, they really like to give credit to every station that's reporting on it. Officials did not release further details about the New Orleans carjacking while that portion of the investigation continues. So here's the thing. It's she's a crazy, liberal, left-wing Democrat who was living in Northwest Washington, D.C., in a nice neighborhood close to the radio station. And she decided to move to Louisiana because she was working for a Democrat politician there. Who was she working for again? She was working for another Democrat politician in Louisiana. And she's a frothy, left-wing, radical, Trump-hating Democrat who fled Washington, D.C., too dangerous, and she went to Louisiana to work for the Democrat Party down there. And then she went on a shooting spree with a .357 Magnum out on the highway, and has been arrested. 63-year-old, and I think a perfectly ordinary Democrat at this point. Isn't that true? And here's a mugshot of her. She doesn't look entirely well, I've got to say. I assume that's a mugshot. Might be a surveillance camera shot, actually. But Leah Ann Habib, and she went crazy, I guess. But how can you tell with a Democrat? It's not that easy. And it kind of goes with the other Democrat lady that fled Westchester County, New York, one of the nicest places in the country to live. And she went to Ireland, and Ireland is wonderful. But then she's so adventurous now with her 13-year-old daughter. She found a new boyfriend, and the new boyfriend loves Hamas and wears a Hamas headdress and a Palestinian flag on his back, and he's an Arab man from the Middle East, and it's all very exotic. She's living in a new, exciting life. And then she got myrtleized by her new Muslim boyfriend from the Middle East, and he fled apparently to Istanbul because it's not easy being a Democrat these days. Am I right about that? I think so. Sure I am. So much going on in the crazy world, isn't there? All right, let's see. I know there are people. Let's go talk to nice people on the telephone because and also I've got Marco Rubio, who went on. He's our Secretary of State, and he went on camera to talk about what the Democrats are doing in Minnesota, protecting illegal alien criminals there, so that the illegal alien criminals can rape more children, because Democrats, you know them by their policies, that everything they do creates more of that. So we got that going on. Let's go to the telephones, Jeffrey. Let's go to Rod, calling from Arkansas. Oh, Rodney, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Good morning, Mr. Plant. I like me some Marco. I really do. This guy, Tyler Robinson, if he's convicted, he's going to have to be sentenced to death, because some liberal left-wing nut's going to come along and maybe an auto pen and pardon this idiot right out of a life sentence. I mean, we can't have that, can we? I mean, we go through all this time, put in all this money in the work. This guy's practically confessing, and I guess if you've got a gay liver, that would make you gay also. But enough of that. But what do you think? You think we ought to give this guy a chance to get a pardon later on down the line?
I like your thinking, and Sirhan killed Bobby Kennedy in 1968, and he was given the death penalty, and he's still alive and well and enjoying culturally sensitive meals 3 times a day in a prison in California, even though he's technically been paroled by the parole board. But Gavin Newsom doesn't respect the parole board, so he hasn't let Sirhan go. And also, they did away with the death penalty in California after Sirhan was already in prison. And I'm still waiting for Gavin Newsom to release Sirhan. I think that, for a Democrat, that'd be good politics if he's running for president, because the Democrats love murder and assassination. But I got to tell you, I think you give him the death penalty just so that he's never released from prison on parole, because that's one of the things that giving him the death penalty accomplishes. And I still haven't looked up Utah's current status when it comes to the death penalty. I do remember hilariously, I'll remember the guy's name in a minute, but he requested the firing squad when he got the death penalty in Utah. You remember that?
Absolutely. Gavin might try to release him from California. He might try to reach over to Utah and say, yeah, I'm going to pardon this guy, but I'm not the governor, but I'm a Democrat, so it doesn't matter, right?
Well, and also, you can also try him on federal charges, and then the governor couldn't even, but I'm not sure where all that stands at this point. But I do, look, and I also, I think the death penalty should be used, not all the time, Rod, but, perhaps sparingly. But when you've got something like this, an extremely high-profile political assassination, when the Democrat is sending shockwaves across the country of political violence, and they're normalizing mob street political violence, which they did long before January 6th, and shot Donald Trump once, tried to shoot him again. Now the Iranians are targeting President Trump. And the Democrats are with the Iranians on this. But I think there are instances, there are cases where the death penalty is appropriate because it really does send a message, and it sends a shockwave back to that category of person living among us, in this case, Democrats, that if you're going to engage in this kind of political violence, that the ultimate sanction, the ultimate punishment is available. And I do think that this guy, I don't know where it stands there. I think he should, because they haven't even charged him yet. He hasn't pled guilty or not guilty yet. Hopefully that'll happen today. And, this guy's got to be very publicly tried. And honestly, I think he should. I think I said it earlier today, as a matter of fact, Rod, that he should get the death penalty, because this is one of those extraordinary and exceptional cases where I think the message sent by meting out execution, I think, is appropriate. So I agree with you 100%.
Fry him and fry him.
Fry him and fry him. And, I always love to make fun of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg being executed in the electric chair. And, what a coincidence it was that they both died on the same day, that loving couple. And there's a soundbite that I like to play of one of the witnesses who watched Ethel Rosenberg being executed and in the electric chair. And he described what he called a ghastly plume of smoke that rose from her head while she was being executed. And I thought, oh, that's very well told. He must be a writer or something, but very, very well told. And there are instances, and giving our nuclear weapon secrets to the Soviet Union at the height of the Cold War, that was pretty good reason for executing Julius and Ethel Rosenberg. By the way, they have kids, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, that are still alive and well in the United States, and I think they're big lefties too. Last time I looked. Pretty crazy stuff. But I'm with you, Rod, on the capital punishment for the Charlie Kirk assassination because of the social message that it would rightly and appropriately send. And I'm not a bloodthirsty ghoul when it comes to this, but when you have extraordinary and exceptional cases like this, I think that the death penalty should very much be, not just on the table, but it should be used in this case. And you think electric chair? I like the electric chair, but they use I think nobody uses that anymore. Old Sparky, it's great, and they do lethal injection now. The Democrats protest that because it's too humane or something, And again, you probably heard me talking about this, Rod, but in Canada, they've taken up euthanasia like it's tennis, and in Canada they're putting people to sleep. Like some 20-year-old came in and said he was a little depressed because it's cloudy in the wintertime. And they said, oh, well, we'll kill you. And they brought him to a back room and pumped him full of lethal poison, and they put him to sleep like he was a house cat with leukemia or something. Pretty crazy stuff. But and they're fine in Canada. I don't think they have the death penalty anywhere in Canada. But they're literally putting people to sleep, euthanizing people.
Poor Canada.
Dogs in Canada.
Well, I gotta go make lunch, pick my kitchen up, finish straightening up here.
They don't like people.
Maybe I'll be back later. It is Friday. Certain people don't dare come up here, which is fine with me. Tony, thanks for the gifts. They were at my door. They must have put them there last night. I didn't see them until this morning.
The doctors went over and seemed surprised that she was not dead. She was given more electricity, which started again kind of a ghastly plume of